65 is something, it's a California label. So basically anything that's grown in the soil in the state of California, soil may have lead in it. So that's the big concern, is that there's lead in any of the food that's grown in soil. Well, we all know that all food is grown in soil, and just because it's grown in soil doesn't mean it has high amounts of lead. But in California, they've created a law around this, that if your food is grown in soil, you must have this label. So really the label isn't as alarming as it seems. I know it can be really scary when people are like, I saw this label on my superfoods and it's scary. It's really not that scary. It just means that your food was grown in soil in the state of California. If it was grown outside of the state of California, it's not an issue. So it's only a California law. And we actually see this Prop 65 label if you go into any coffee shop or restaurant or literally anywhere that serves food that was grown in the earth in California, they have to have this label. So there's a lot more. I can go ahead and drop the article in the chat and you guys can go learn more, because we do have a blog about this as well.
I have a question while we're talking about this. So is it because our manufacturing facility is in California that everything has to be labeled, even if it's grown in another state and it's just the mandate? Or are some of our products don't have that label because they're grown, like for say in Utah or some of our other farms?
That's my understanding, is it's that we have an ingredient, like say maybe in the power shake, maybe it's like the carrots, they're grown in California. If we have an ingredient that is grown in soil in California, my understanding is that that's when we need the labeling.
The whole product,
not necessarily the manufacturing, but the actual growing process.
But if you're ordering it in California, then you have that. If you're outside of California, you don't see this labeling at all.
Exactly. So anybody that lives in California and they receive a package, there's actually a different SKU number for our orders when you live in the state of California and you get the product that has that warning on it. If you live outside of California, you actually don't get that in your box.
So you're basically saying if you go to McDonald's, you won't find this labeling.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, some may or may not know, but you may